Hello, internet, and thank you for joining me today. So, I'm on my lunch break, and I am just going through a couple of things here for my channel, and I thought I'd do kind of a experimental thing here. You see, I've been kind of playing around with the OBS studio and just doing things a little bit differently on my channel for a little while now, and I think this is the first one that I'm going to go ahead and publish. But I don't have like an actual structure for this. This is going to be more of like a really rambling stream type of thing. You heard my mug chink just a second ago or whatever. Yeah, I am just kind of flying by the seat of my pants, and I really wanted to take this minute to just kind of ramble for a minute about something that's kind of been bugging me. Like, normally at this time of year, I'm getting ready for some big tentpole movie, right? Like, I'm excited about, I think last year it was like Sonic. Normally there's like a Star Wars or a Marvel movie maybe that is coming out that can be something that I'm at least looking forward to, right? Huge nerd, I know, but even the Oscar scene normally has one or two things that I'm excited for. This year, though, I am struggling to find a single thing that I look at and don't immediately go, oh, hey, it's that guy doing a thing, trying to angle for an Oscar. I know we get those every year, but it's just very blatant this year. So I wanted to go ahead and just bring up like a list just to see if I was missing anything or I hadn't thought of anything, right? And like, I'll get to it at the end, but let me just go through a few of these movies here and we'll kind of see what we're talking about here. Because like, see, at time of recording, the 26th is going to be Zootopia, right? And Zootopia 2 is not one that I'm saying that I'm really looking forward to, but it's at least one that, you know, I'll go see this, right? I'll go to the theater to see this. I have no idea what Eternity is, but Elizabeth Olsen, I'd watch her eat a sandwich. She's just, she's fucking hot as shit. Who am I kidding? Don't know what Silver Star is. I guess this is like a re-release because it says 2024, but it's going to be released November 26th, 2025. But yeah, this is IMDb, so I have no idea what I'm really getting into here. Tinseltown, I'm not going to see this, even though, again, I'll watch Rebel Wilson eat a sandwich. She's hot, but I'm not going to go see this movie. I don't know what this is. Documentary, fantasy, sci-fi? What the fuck are we doing here? The Accidents, obviously. Again, no idea what this is. Never heard of it, heard no marketing about it. Maybe it'll be good. If I hear it's good, then word of mouth needs to convince me to go see this. I don't know what this is. I'm guessing it's one of those music things that's keeping theaters alive, but I digress. Hamnet is one that has recently popped up on my radar here, but I'm not sure that I'm definitely not going to the theater to watch it, but I might catch it when I can get it on the high seas. Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I mean, I watched the first one. I was thinking that I was going to make that my very first YouTube video because I had a whole script written out for it. Even started recording it, but then I don't remember why I abandoned the entire project. Maybe I can find it and do like an archive at some point if I ever really break out on this platform. The Secret Agent, and I'm not even recognizing names here. This might be a foreign one, but not going to go see it. I would go see Kill Bill in the theater, but I'm doubtful that I'm going to make it because going to the theater is very, very expensive, and I own a few different copies of this, so I don't know if I'll want to sit through a whole ass, movie, a whole ass 2 movies in the theater. Not going to go through each one of these. This is getting dumb. Don't know what this is, but it's obviously a documentary. Probably not going to see it, mostly because they don't come to theaters. Dust Bunny, I mean, it's got Mads Mikkelsen in it. I would probably see this if I had the opportunity, but probably not running out to the theater to see it. This catches my eye, but again, I think this is foreign film, so I'm probably not going to be able to see it. It'll probably play for like one night at my local theater and never again. Nothing. This is another one of those music things. Okay, so Avatar Fire and Ash is probably the closest thing that is to this big tentpole analogy that I want to make, right? But I really did not feel like we needed a sequel to Avatar. Like, Avatar's story wrapped up, everyone basically rode off into the sunset. We didn't need anything else. I haven't seen Way of Water yet. I'm probably going to review this, but only because I'm trying to do this as a job. But holy shit, do we not need more Avatar? I mean, even if they were to do more Avatar, we don't need any more from fucking Sam Worthington's Jake Sully. That dude's story is... he's not a compelling character. All right. The Housemaid, I'm probably actually going to go see this one. Mostly because, you know, Sydney Sweeney's big. It'll probably give me a lot of clicks and updates, but I don't know that this one's going to be good. Sydney Sweeney has not impressed me as a performer. I've seen a little bit of Euphoria. She was good in that, but otherwise, I mean, the only other thing I've seen her in is Madam Web. Madam Web, while not being good, is very, very funny, and I was endlessly entertained by that movie. Let's just say that. I want to get a few people, like some of my friends around, and do a drunk stream or something, like do a drunk recording while we watch that and just rip on it, but that has not materialized. Moving on, I've seen David. A lot of it has been marketed on Letterboxd, and yeah, I'm not seeing that. Sorry. Like, it doesn't look anything like Prince of Egypt. I did take a look at the trailer, but yeah, there's nothing there for me. Anaconda is another one of these that I think is supposed to be a big, like, tentpole movie that people are really looking forward to, or at least some people, because it's got Jack Black, it's got Paul Rudd, but man, after Jack Black has taken a nosedive in these recent years, like, dude's been in fucking everything. I wish I missed him still, because everything he's done has disappointed me this year. I think maybe Kung Fu Panda 4 was last year, but obviously the Minecraft movie was not a breakout success. Well, it was a huge success, but it wasn't a breakout success with critics, I should say. Yeah. Alien Wars Judgment Day, that looks... I have no idea what this is. What is this? Alien catastrophe. If human souls try to hold on to their sanity and their reality as humanity slowly slips into darkness. Yeah. This looks like a sci-fi original just based on the cover here, like this box art. No idea. Is that the guy who plays... No way. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's not who I thought it was. Anyway, going back, I mean, I'd watch this. Like, if it was on Sci-Fi or whatever. Okay. I have a weak spot for clown girls. Sue me. I would totally watch this. Let me just inspect this one. 6 women who meet in a support group one night decide to band together to mete out justice. This is a fucking typo on the IMDb, I think. Unless, is this a fucking word that I just don't know? Am I an idiot? Dispense or allot justice. Okay, so I'm an idiot. Right on. Not a misspelling. But yeah, 100% would watch. Even though, like, none of these people have pictures on their IMDb page. Totally gonna get into it. Expect a ramble or review of that. Yeah, none of these are appealing to me, really. Yeah, none of this is what I'm really looking for here. And the amount of horror movies, I did say that I would address a few things at the end here. The amount of horror movies this year has been kind of crazy. I've obviously covered a few that are really good and a few that are really bad. But holy shit, I was not expecting there to be horror movies for as long as we had them. Like, we have had so many horror movies this year that have been insane. And honest to God, I did not expect there to be so many horror movies this year. I think that's what's really bringing in the big bucks, though, because you can make those things for like half a ham sandwich, and then they make, you know, just enough to cover their budget and marketing, and you can turn a profit if they hit any kind of audience. But the other thing that I wanted to bring up was I obviously want to acknowledge here that Wicked for Good is out, and that's obviously the sequel to the Wicked movie that came out last year. It's they did the thing that Hollywood likes to do, where they took a singular book or singular property and split it up into two movies. That way they could maximize the box office, which, I mean, the box office is dying, so I can't really blame them for that. But what I will say is I will not be covering it. I won't even be watching this new Wicked movie unless I'm absolutely made to. And the reason for that is actually somewhat interesting, and the whole reason that I kind of wanted to make this movie. Because while I can acknowledge that it is well made, I can acknowledge that it is probably well performed, it's probably even well written, I would go as far as to say. But it's just one of those movies that's not for me. And when I say it's a movie not for me, I don't mean this against like an LGBT crowd or anything like that, because it is heavily associated with the LGBT crowd. But it's not even against the musical crowd, right? Because I like a lot of musicals, like Sweeney Todd. I was about to say Rent, but I really don't like Rent because it's not for me. Mamma Mia and Hairspray are two more that are wildly popular, but not very good. I've seen Jersey Boys be good. I've seen Hamlet be good. Certain performances that are good. I've seen those, like recordings of them, obviously. I ain't going to Broadway. But like, I've seen a ton of musicals, and I generally speaking like them. One of my guilty pleasures is actually Moulin Rouge. Like, I fucking love that movie. Like, I will watch that movie like anytime. But with Wicked and a few of these other musicals that I mentioned, yeah, they just aren't going to appeal to me. And Wicked in specific sticks out because I tried. Mostly because I was trying to get laid when I was like 13, 14, whatever age I was. I was trying to get the attention of this girl. And I read the whole book, listened to the soundtrack. I've never seen the play performed per se, but I've seen some of the recordings of, I think it was, I'm going to butcher her name, Anita Menzel, the Elsa from fucking Frozen, whatever. Anyway, I've seen some of those performances. Again, looking at all the pieces are well made, but it's never going to appeal to me specifically because it's fucking fan fiction, right? I cannot deal with fan fiction stuff like this. Like, Maleficent is another example of this, where they try to rewrite the villain's story, and they're like, oh, look at it from the perspective of the villain and see how sympathetic and tragic they are. No, fuck that noise. I am 100% against anything like that. You can make it compelling. Like, I mean, fuck. Paradise Lost is one of the best stories ever told. But, I mean, John fucking Milton had to write that. And it's kind of the exception that proves the rule. Because, you know, recontextualizing an event like that is neat and interesting, but it shouldn't be your whole fucking personality. And that's what I feel like Wicked does to people. Wicked becomes people's personalities. And again, it's not that any of the acting is bad, any of the performance, or I kind of said performances with acting, but fuck, editor, edit this out. It's funny because the editor's me and I'm lazy as fuck, so I'm probably not going to do it. Anyway, it's not that this movie is bad. I will never say that Wicked is a bad story. It's just a story not for me. And honestly, it also comes back to like the structure of the story. Like first of all, it's rewriting The Wizard of Oz. I actually kind of have a personal bond with The Wizard of Oz because I was trying to read a whole bunch of classic books when I was a lot younger. And I ended up reading a few of the Oz books, not all of them because there's like a bajillion of them. But I read like The Wizard of Oz, obviously. I read like, I want to say like Glinda of Oz or something. A couple of the other Oz books, like one or two of them. But I read those and I kind of like them, but I kind of fell out of love with them, same way that the author did. If you want to look into that story, that's a story for a different time. But yeah, they are rewriting a lot of the Wizard of Oz in that story, book, movie, play, musical, whatever. But they're rewriting a lot of Wizard of Oz, which I think you come at the king and you best not miss. And they do a big old miss on this one, in my opinion, because the story is way too heavy-handed with what it wants to do. And it's not really worth it to me, right? And so I just wanted to give some rambling thoughts here and get another video up before the holiday. I hope to have another script done and maybe performed. I'm not exactly sure if I'll have time to record it, but we'll see if I can get it out before Thanksgiving. It's about the movie Thanksgiving. It's a slasher movie. It's very kind of funny and topical, and I found it to be very fun. But anyway, if you made it to the end of this bunch of nonsense that I'm going to throw out there, please hit that like and subscribe. I'm looking to get some more subscribers because I would love to monetize this channel. But until I hit certain milestones, I'm not, and I'm very far away from all of those. Anyway, I am Spiff the Ice King. Sayonara, bitches.